So we are here with, is it Fred or Freddie?
Fred, Freddie,
okay.
Frederick, whatever.
Frederico.
Yeah, go with them all, I guess.
And then your last name is
Maul.
Is it Maul?
Like
M-A-U-L.
Darth Maul,
Like Darth Maul. Sweet.
That was my dad told me that was my uncle.
Oh, yeah?
So I believe that was my uncle until I guess I was probably like, 5 years old or something
So
like
Darth
that.
Maul from Phantom Menace was your uncle.
Looked up to him for many years.
That's awesome. I love it. Anyway, all right, cool. So thank you for taking the time to meet with me and have a chat. I saw you. So I had booked a show at Ott's Green Top in Berlin, and then it was one of the weekends where I had my kids, and I was like, hey, let's go to Ott's for dinner, because I want to kind of scope it out. I live like blocks away from that place, and I've been there before, but I don't think I've ever seen a solo musician play there before. So we went there for dinner one time, and you happened to be playing. I'm like, this guy's pretty cool. I like what he's doing, So then you took a break. I introduced myself, and here we are.
Yeah, I remember that conversation. Like, you sat in front of me. I was like, and you said like, I'm a musician too. I was like, sweet, somebody to talk to in here, because I hadn't been there maybe once, or it might have been my first or second time there.
Yep.
And I haven't played there in probably a couple months, but it's a cool spot.
I like it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I remember like getting the gig through like RF booked me the gig.
Ryan Fisk, right? RF Entertainment, Ryan Fisk.
Ryan Fisk. And then like
Nice.
I'm looking forward to maybe going back there and
playing
playing some music there.
Sweet. Do you what other gigs, like do you book your own gigs, or do you work with other promoters for your own stuff, or with your band Grass Fedz?
Basically booked a lot of my own stuff. Ryan, he helps out, and then have some other people like looking for gigs and stuff. And
Cool.
I like to book like more of the shore towns. That's kind of where I'm from.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I mean, I'm super new to the business.
Oh yeah.
Like of booking and everything like that.
Okay.
So it's like it's something that I'm kind of working out, and like
it's not easy, and a lot of people really don't like doing it.
Yeah, I don't think I have a hard time with it, but it's like, I guess it's just the pestiness of it. Like, I don't like bothering, I guess.
And bothering people.
I mean?
You have to,
and
though,
I feel
unfortunately.
I feel like you almost have to, which kind of sucks, because it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It defeats the purpose of all of it, I guess.
I hear
it's like
you.
to have fun and do it all, but
It's kind of like the business part of it, right?
yeah.
I used to be in sales. My first real job out of college, I worked for a place called Sendant Mortgage in Mount Laurel, and I worked there for about 8 years, and I was selling mortgages, and I never considered myself a sales guy or anything like that. But this place was a good company. I made decent money for my first job out of college, all that stuff. It was right during the mortgage boom, so it was great. And luckily I picked up some habits or some tips working there, because now I feel like I book all of my own gigs. I've got maybe one or two promoters that'll like, hey, are you available? And I'll say, yeah, but 99.9% of my gigs, I book all on my own. And in the beginning, it was just one after, like, email after email after email, just basically carpet bombing all of South Jersey with emails and stuff until people finally started replying.
Yeah.
That
was a big part of it for me too. Like, I got a very like weird upbringing in the music scene. Like,
oh yeah.
I probably wouldn't even be playing cover if I didn't feel like it was a door opener for me to like, I felt like as a musician, like, you just got to do anything you can to play and to put your sound and like your soul and your feel out there to people. So like, I was like, man, like, maybe I'll give this cover stuff a try. Like, I started, like, when I started booking my own gigs, like, I had a mentor. His name's Justin. He's a good friend of mine. And we played in a band that I started called B-Jam for probably like a year and a half-ish, maybe almost 2 years. And he showed me some stuff and like how to book and like things to say and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then I was like, I feel like I had the best luck just going out to bars and talking to people in person. Like, I get weird on email. Like, I don't even like email. I don't like any of that stuff. Like, I like to talk to people. Like, I'll go stop in, have like a drink, and like get like, I don't know, like cheesesteak egg rolls or something.
Right,
like,
right.
Just something
Nice.
chill and
Nice.
Try to talk to people.
That's
try to
cool.
get gigs. That's
definitely a good way to do it. I mean, if you're comfortable with that approach, definitely a great way to do it for sure. Because then they can see you face to face. They get a feel for what kind of person you are. A lot of the places that I book, the people have told me, the managers or owners or whoever, They said one of the reasons why they like working with me is because I'm easy to work with, and I'm like, I show up on time, and if I have to cancel, I always have somebody back up to replace me, like stuff like that. And yeah, I guess if you're face to face with somebody on the first interaction, they can get a feel for how professional you're going to be and all that stuff.
That's exactly it for me.
Yep.
Yeah. Like my first gig in this area was actually at a bar I was working at. Like I started like
nice.
It's funny how I even like a lot of things like Maynard's in Margate.
Oh yeah.
So I was when I got out of the Marines, I started working security there within about like 2 days of being home. I was like, I need a job. Like, I need to go to work. Like so I started working there, and then I just worked my way up, and like later they asked me to start bar backing there. So I was bar backing behind the bars and everything like that. And this guy comes in and he's like, hey, like I'm looking for a guitar player. I'm like, I'm a guitar player.
Nice.
Like he's like, do you sing? I'm like, no, but I'm gonna learn. I started singing at 24 years old.
Okay.
And I just turned 28.
Yep.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna start singing. So I got playing with these older heads, like in their 60s. And then later, like I was like talking to Manners, I'm like, I'm putting a band together. Like, can you like help me out?
That's awesome.
Get a gig here. Yeah. So we played a Christmas party there.
Oh, sweet.
With B-Jam in like 2022 or 3 or something like that. And like that was my first gig, was through a place I worked and stuff like that.
That's
so, like,
awesome.
So I mean, I've had such a weird like flow with the music game.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about this. And I'll admit I don't know a whole lot about you. So
yeah, nobody does. I'm a pretty low key guy, man.
Well, I guess that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had no idea you were in the Marines and all that stuff. So kind of take me back to how you first got into music, and then how you eventually ended up in the Marines, and was there any music during the Marines or anything like that?
I started playing guitar at 7 years old. I remember, like my dad, he kind of was playing guitar, and he had played guitar most of his life. There was always like a grand piano at my grandma's house and like all that kind of stuff. So I was like always into music, and my dad, like they used to play me music when I was a kid.
Cool.
So I started learning guitar at 7 years old, and I remember like I was in my parents' room, and like my dad has this black Washburn, and like I vividly remember the first time I ever saw this black Washburn. I was like, man, like where is that? I'm probably like 6 or 7.
Right.
And I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, go mess around with it. So I just plucking open strings and like doing that kind of stuff. And probably, I don't know how long went by, but my dad ends up teaching me some like riffs and stuff. So he's like, he grew up playing like a lot of metal.
Nice.
And like different stuff like that.
Me and your dad would be best friends.
Yeah. He doesn't play much anymore. He's pretty chill now. He doesn't even listen to metal really much anymore.
Yeah. Well, neither do I, but I grew up on the big 4.
Yeah, man.
In the high school, man, it was Metallica, Anthrax, Megadeth, Pantera,
yes.
Exodus, all of them.
They are all
Slayer.
the great bands.
Yeah,
like
man.
I think Slayer is probably my favorite out of all of them. But the first thing I ever played in front of a crowd, it was in 4th grade. That was Iron Man.
Nice.
So like I started playing young, and then I started trying to play in front of people within like a year or 2. So like that was like all I wanted to do. I was like, I want to like show people this. Like, this is kick ass.
Nice.
And then I played at another talent show. I played Wherever I May Roam by
oh, that's so cool. Metallica, from the Black Album. Yeah, man.
But
that's
the
awesome.
first, like started around 7 years old, and like he was teaching me like stuff like Kill 'Em All and stuff like that, like all the stuff off Kill 'Em All, like Seek and Destroy and all these fun riffs. And I played until I was forever. Like I just kept playing. I would go off and on, like I guess how kids normally do when you're like learning things. So I'd like ride BMX or play sports. I'd be playing guitar, I'd be doing this, and then I was like eventually like
then you discovered girls.
Never honestly, like for real, like I like chicks and I have a really great girlfriend. Did not waste my time with like too many girls.
Good for
like,
you, man.
I don't know why. Like I don't see it as a waste of time. I just like I wanted to be doing, like, I just like being awake. I like doing things. Like, I just like to be active and stuff that I really enjoy.
I love that. That's awesome. Man. That's great. So,
shout out to my girlfriend. She puts up with me. She's cool.
The quote, the headline or thumbnail or whatever title for this is going to be, I like being awake. I love that.
I tell people that all the time. They're like, do you sleep? I'm like, yeah, like, I sleep if I feel like I need to. Like I don't know, drink coffee, smoke some weed, stay awake, write music, have fun, man. Like that's like right now that's what I like to do.
That's fantastic. I love it. But so all this time you were playing, it was all just like mainly riffs, right? You weren't singing.
I didn't start singing until I was 24. Like legitimately singing. The first times that I was singing was in front of crowds. Like, I'm talking like, wow. Just getting up there and like did not care.
And was it any good?
I don't know. You can ask them. Like, I'm still singing now, so if it was good, it's good. I don't really care if it's good. Like, I don't care about anything. Like,
That's awesome.
I don't care what anybody thinks of what I'm doing. Like, I literally just am up there doing what I do.
Just doing what you love, man. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
That's it, great. Man.
Yep. So I guess you were doing the guitar thing and talent shows or whatever.
Yeah.
High school, all that stuff. And then what? You went into the Marines?
I went into the Marines right out of high school. Okay. And I did, you do all that stuff. And in high school, I played and I got pretty decent. And then, obviously, like in the Marines, like, I didn't have a guitar for probably like 3 months in boot camp. Then you get out and like, I'm in and out, going home, going to like different schoolhouses and stuff like that. So I'm like always carrying around like random stuff. But like I found this pawn shop guitar that I bought at a pawn shop in North Carolina. And I carried that around for a while and ended up selling that to another guy who came to the schoolhouse. So I hope that guitar is still in that place.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Interesting, but
sure.
Actually, yeah, I think I left it there. It could be anywhere, but
if anybody knows, let us know.
Yeah, so I actually since I didn't get to play much in the Marines while I was like training and doing all this stuff, like I mentally would play the guitar. Like I would like visualize the guitar like in my head and just like how it sounded.
That's cool.
And
so
that like
cool.
Yeah, that was like if I wasn't able to play guitar, like I would just think about it. Like if I had nothing to do or like I was just staring out at like a empty field or on post or some stupid shit, like I'd just be like in my brain, like visualizing the guitar.
It reminds me a little bit about a past guest that I had in here. His name is, he goes by Billy Ray, and the Bad Boys is his band. Okay. And they're a country band, and he was in prison for quite a long time, 13 years, something like that. Okay. And he didn't have any instruments or nothing, and he never really played, but he was a singer. So he wrote a billion songs while he was in jail, with no music, wrote them all a cappella in his jail cell, like all that stuff. So now he's out and he's on the scene and everything. And he's got like all these songs that he's just, putting music to and all that stuff. So not that I'm comparing the Marines to prison.
It's a whole different vibe. Yeah.
But it's interesting how like, you didn't have a guitar, but you still kind of played it in your head. I think that's amazing.
Yeah. Like if I didn't have one, that would just be what I'd be doing. I'd be thinking about it. Like, and that carries with me, like a lot of these songs that I write, like I don't write them with an instrument or anything.
Oh, really?
I just in my brain, like I just hear what I feel like I want to make.
And are you able to translate that to the guitar? Like as soon as you pick it up, you can pretty much play what's in your head?
I've studied like a lot of guitar. Like, I mean, it's literally I'm like obsessed. Like, it's kind of a problem. Like, it's the only thing. Like, if I'm
Shout out to the girlfriend again for putting up with it.
It's the only thing. Like, if I'm not doing it, I'm probably in like a bad mood. Honestly, like I have to be playing.
That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. So then, all right. So let's talk a little bit about different projects, right? So I saw you were a solo acoustic guy doing some cover songs. I don't remember if you played any originals, but I know you have your own originals, right? Mm-hmm. And how do people find them if they want to listen to them?
We have an EP coming out in 2 days on the 14th at 12 in the afternoon because screw the rules. We don't drop on Fridays at midnight because that's for, posers. I'm playing. I don't care.
No, it's totally fine. Yep.
But
and that's with your band Grass Fedz, right?
Yes. So I started this band Grass Fedz like I'd say probably about a year ago now. Okay. A little bit less. We got the official members and everything situated in around this time last year. So I was like playing with B-Jam and we were doing like cover stuff and I was like, I'm kind of thinking about starting like another side project, doing some like originals and stuff like that. So I started forming this band and I wrote like a lot of this music like years ago, some of it like same with the guy kind of like in prison, like over just time, like you just kind of mass up ideas and songs and you just need people to help you because like I'm not the best drummer, not the best bass player. Like I like to sing and play. So I'm going to let drummers and bass players do drummer and bass player things. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Like, yeah. So I started doing that, put this band together, and we've been at it for about a year.
Cool.
So we have the 4-song EP coming out. We were just in the studio like 2 weeks ago, and we recorded 5 singles, and then we're in the works right now of writing kind of like a roots kind of reggae kind of thing. So nobody's ever heard that before.
Nice.
So that's what we're kind of working on.
And where are you recording? I mean, like, is it home studio or are you going someplace?
We recorded the stuff that's coming out on the 14th in my basement, and then no home studio, just mics on things. And my buddy Brady, he's he recorded and helped produce and mixed and everything like that. He's done this one with us. And like, he's a genius. He does sound at resorts in Atlantic City. And he also plays like a bunch of stuff, and he has music out too. So
what's his last name?
Brady Bach.
Brady Bach. Cool guy. Cool.
He does like all kinds of kinds of cool stuff. But he helped us record, and he's a good friend of mine. Gave a lot of like tips and stuff. Make us try to sound pretty good.
Kind of pretended like he was the producer, I guess.
Yeah, like if I was like, yo man, like what do you think, or what do you think about this? Or he'd be like, he's just really good at giving his honest opinion, because and like, honestly, if you don't have people like that around you, like, you're not gonna go as far as I hope. People have good opinions.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you let them, like, if you can kind of sift through the bad ones and bring in the good ones, and let the right people help you, you can really kind of I think make your project better.
And I think it could, and I 100% agree with that. And from my own experiences, because like, I think it can also save you a lot of time. Like, I am very much like a one man, you know, they say no man's an island. I try to be an island sometimes to my own detriment, right? I'm writing and recording my own stuff and all this. And then like, I get excited about something. So I try to record it, and then I release it. And then like months later I go, oh, I probably could have done this with that song, you know? And I feel like if I had somebody, you know, like a producer when I'm writing or recording, they might say, well, maybe you want to tweak this. Like, I think it could have gotten me to a better version of my song a lot faster. And especially like before it was recorded and released, you know what I mean? So yeah, I totally feel that. I have a new song coming out, hopefully in February. I'm going to record it at the end of this year. And I've kind of, I don't want to say given up, but I am, I'm going to hand this song over to an expert as far as recording, right? This guy, Steve Butler, who used to be who was in the band Smash Palace, this 80s band Smash Palace. They just came out with a new album, but he's in Haddonfield, and he's going to help me record it at the end of this month. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to like honest feedback, and I just want it to be as good as it could possibly be. And I know I can't do that by myself, you know?
You're not supposed to. Like, I feel like it's like, I think people got tied up with this, oh, we have all this technology, we have all these things, it's all cheap to do, it's all this and that. But it's like, you know, and I'm not like some old head in the music game, but like, this is just my opinion about this stuff. It's like, I think that's why music sucks now. It's because you either have a million people working on it to where the ideas are spread too thin, or you don't have enough people working on it to where it's just this like singular mind that, maybe it is a genius mind, but like, imagine you had 4 geniuses working on a project, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think I love the collaborative process. I like writing music. I like improvising, especially. Like, I improvise on all of these recordings. They're all improvised.
Like the solos and stuff?
Everything, basically.
Oh,
like, I'll have chord progressions. I'll have ideas that I've liked, and then like, I'll just get in there and just play. And like, that's kind of how it comes together for me. And like, I'm a firm believer in like the, the Rick Rubin, the muse. Like,
Just be open to it.
Yeah. Just let whatever is in this realm just enter your mind.
That's awesome.
And enter the space in front of you. You know what I mean?
That's fantastic. And it sounds to me, again, I don't really know you well, but it sounds to me like you also subscribe to his theory that the audience comes last. Like, you do what you want to do, and if the audience likes it, great. If not, oh well.
I'm not here to please a single person on this planet, man. I am literally like, I'm just on a mission to do what I feel like doing. Like, and like, I haven't even done that much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still having fun. Like,
that's great.
But like, life is, I don't know, man. It's a weird thing. I do a lot of thinking about it, and people are gonna like or they're gonna hate, and especially in today's world where there's just seems to be more hate than like going around.
Oh,
so
it's awful. Yeah,
it's interesting. So just gonna make it and have some fun with it.
Yeah,
you
man,
know?
That's awesome. I love hearing that stuff. It's great. It's really really great. Okay, so who are the band members in Grass Fedz?
We have a guy named Brad Jones, plays bass, as well as a bunch of other instruments. And he also plays in a band called Gutter Drunk, and they're a punk band out of AC.
Okay.
And you can find their music on Spotify, Instagram, and all that stuff as well.
Nice.
And he's played in a bunch of projects. You guys will know him if you guys are in the area. But he rips. And then I have my drummer named Shay Fien, and he's also just like a really like just one of the most creative like drummers you'll play with. So it's like keeps you on your toes. Like you just got to be playing. Like you got to listen. Like I like bands. Like that's the cool thing about this band, I think, is everybody's listening to each other. It's like, did he make a mistake? No. It's like, did you hear his mistake and did you help him make sure it didn't sound like shit? You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of band you want to be in.
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
Because things happen. You're playing music. Like
sure,
we're not perfect machines. So it's you got to listen. You gotta be able to hang out with these people. And
it sounds great. Sounds like a fun project.
It is fun.
I was in an original band way back in the day. And I'm not going to name any names, but our singer was such like a perfectionist, and like if you missed a note or missed a chord or something, it was like he basically wanted to stop and start the whole song over again. It was awful.
That's draining, man. On like that can make somebody like hate music. And like if you're somebody that makes somebody hate music, like man, there's not much things that you can do with that person.
When my time ended in that band, like I was in that band for 2 years, and when my time ended, basically they kicked me out because I wasn't tight enough of a player, and I just played guitar, electric guitar, but I unfortunately I believed their bullshit. Like I believed that I wasn't a good enough player, and I said to my wife at the time, I was like, what a waste of like 2 years. And I basically kind of put the guitar down for a long time after that. Like I thought, I tried, I failed, fuck it, do something else. You know what I mean? And I went on like a 20-year hiatus.
Damn.
And,
Holy shit.
So, I mean, I'm 52 now, and like you, I'm relatively new to the scene. I did my first open mic 4 years ago at the age of 49.
Yeah.
So we're on the same timeline. You're just 20 years before me.
Yeah. For sure.
30 years before me.
Maybe.
So anyway, but no, that's cool. I love that you guys can kind of feed off each other and help support each other instead of being like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
That's
like
awesome.
we, like before we went to the studio the other day, it's like we have all these songs that we've like been working on, and we were like doing a little rehearsal like the day before, and like Brad looks at me and he's like, dude, like I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm like, well, like what don't you know about it? Like that's the kind of ebb and flow that like a band needs to have. It's like hey man, like I don't really like this part, maybe we should change it. It's like you guys are writing it together, you're hating on yourself. You know what I mean? Why are you offended by somebody saying like, oh, I don't like this part about this song? It's like, no, it's like it's not a personal thing. It's like we want the music to be as good as we can make it within our like skill level.
Yeah.
And that's all it's about.
Yep. And also just again, back to Rick Rubin. I mean, he said in his book, he was like, again, the audience comes last, but excuse me, you've got to make it to the best of your ability. Like until you are 100% happy with it, then it gets released.
I think it's like, because when as musicians, like you have these things in your brain, like you hear the sound or you hear these like ideas or a lyric like hits you and like you're like, wow, like that would be a great song title, and like it becomes like this story that you build off of this thing, and then it's like everything builds into its own thing. But it's like, so you have this image of it in your mind, but it's like maybe that image isn't right. Like, you know what I mean? Like when things like enter the the real world, it's like, man, who knows, man? Like really what's going to happen? So if you can't like make it your best to your ability, it's like, how are other people going to receive it?
Right. Yep.
That's the other thing I think about, like, is like, because we were talking about the social media thing before this. It's like, what is good? What is bad? It's like,
it's all
nobody knows.
Yeah. It's all subjective. It's all opinion.
Matter.
Yep.
No, it doesn't. Like if you're in it, I guess if you're thinking like you're going to get rich in a week playing music, like you got another thing to learn.
Right.
Really. Like, I mean, I said this to somebody the other day. I had been playing guitar for 20 years before I made my first dollar playing guitar.
Right. Yep.
It's like, how many people can say something like that? You know, it's like, like, think about a guy who just like goes works construction. It's like, first day on the job, he's like, oh, I've never used a hammer before. It's like, it's not happening. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
that dude's been working. Like, he's been doing things. Like,
Yep.
So.
All right. So let's see. So let's talk. All right. Hold on. How am I going to phrase this question? I know you kind of said it already with the EP coming out being like a, what was it? Like a reggae?
No, this EP is coming out is like surf rock, essentially.
Surf rock. Okay, cool.
Super like real surfy, kind of like 70s vibe, real lo-fi kind of recording.
Nice.
It sounds pretty good for like literally being recorded in a basement and like, you know, 4-channel mixer, you know what I mean? Like just the whole, like, I love DIY stuff. So I was like, we're going to do some DIY stuff.
Cool. Okay, cool. So let's talk a little bit about influences then, like in your writing or playing or whatever. So you I know your dad had kind of introduced you to metal.
Yeah.
What else, what other influences you got?
I'm into a lot of music, but I'd say like, you know, surf rock, bands like Pink Floyd, bands like also like Black Sabbath. So like all the 70s and 60s stuff, huge into all that kind of stuff, as long as it's not like, I don't know, I guess like too poppy. I guess some of like the too poppy, like, I guess like the, would be a band I really don't listen to, like Stevie Nicks and stuff like that. Like I don't listen to that kind of stuff, but like Pink Floyd, Cream, Hendrix, like I have a Hendrix tattoo. Like I'm obsessed with Hendrix.
That's a good one too, man.
Yeah, I got this in Spain.
Show that to the camera if you don't mind. That's a good one.
I got that in Spain on my first deployment for $500.
Really?
Yeah, from a guy named Ramos, I believe.
$500 for that?
No English.
Holy crap.
It was awesome.
If you got that done here, that'd be $3,000
nowadays. Yeah, you're right, man. It really would be, dude.
I mean, this I got a while ago, and it was $2,500. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Tattoos. I love tattoos too, but back on the music, I guess. I could go on about a million things, but yeah, Pink Floyd, big influence. Sublime, Black Sabbath, like, you know, all, I don't know, like it's hard for me to name anymore. Like I listen to so much stuff. Yeah. But I also listen to a lot of new music that's like probably, it's like mainstream, but it's not like big mainstream. Okay. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's such a weird like in between with what is mainstream and what's not, because everything's mainstream to a certain crowd.
Yeah, very true. Yep.
But so my influences are pretty much everywhere. It's almost too hard to even.
How about like with your guitar playing? Did you grow up trying to emulate anybody?
I grew up emulating Hendrix, David Gilmour, like Bradley from Sublime. Like I love reggae. That's why we're gonna work on like a reggae thing. Everybody in the band wants to kind of do like a reggae vibe stuff. But I had a guitar teacher who was like, "What do you play?" I'm like, I play like a lot of like, I don't know, punk, reggae, psychedelic rock. He's like, reggae? It's like, he's like, there's not even any guitar in reggae. I'm like, that's how you know, like, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
When I listen to reggae, it's like, you don't even need to hear guitar in it. You can just hear what you'd play in your head about it, which I think is so cool about reggae. It's so chill. Yeah. So it's about serving the song to where it's like it's not about like the ego of the players in the band. It's about making people feel how you want them to feel based on the music. So but I thought that was like a funny thing. Like there's not even any guitar in reggae. I'm like,
I've seen Bob Marley hold a guitar. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Bob Marley had a great guitar player in his band. I can't remember his name right now, but he's another one that for years, like just learning the solos and, you know, off of like Bob Marley records and stuff like that. And that was a big thing for me. That's kind of how I started, was just learning, listening to records. Like everybody says they're all self-taught. They never had a guitar teacher. Like my guitar teacher was CDs and records and Apple Music, like just all day. So.
When I first started playing, I mean, I was 14, I think, when I first started seriously playing. It was before like tablature was invented, or at least before I discovered it. And I'd have a cassette tape and I'd be listening to like AC/DC song and I'd be like, okay, how do I play this? And I would play it, stop, rewind, play it, rewind, play it, rewind, play it, and just try to copy like chord for chord. It took me forever, but I taught myself how to play like almost every AC/DC song in existence.
Yeah.
You know?
I still won't use tablature.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't ever use tabs. Like, I can read music, but I don't use it as like I'm going to read and write down music. Like, I can read I can try to read music and play stuff. Like, I think that's a cool thing that I do every once in a while. I'm not like great at it by any means, but it's something that I think is like valuable. But like, I don't like reading tabs. Like, if I don't feel like what I need to be playing, like, I don't even like, I'm not playing it. Like, it needs to just be in my brain. Like, I hear it and then I put it on the guitar.
That's cool.
And that's how I do it.
Nice. What kind of training have you had? I mean, did you do a lot of lessons to get to where you are theory wise?
I'm not like a theory wizard, but I studied like a lot of books when I was a kid on theory, and then I would read things, and like Google came out, and like YouTube and everything like that, and like I started like learning things from there, and more or less, I'm not trying to like learn what these people are telling me to learn. I'm trying to understand and grasp why it all made sense.
It's like learning a language, right? Like if you're learning a foreign language, you don't want to learn just the words. You've got to learn the sentence structure and how to say what you want to say. It's just the same, exactly the same with music theory. You know, you can learn the chords and the notes, but that's not the whole language.
Yeah. So I like the YouTube stuff I've learned off of like music, YouTube, and then I had a guitar teacher for a little bit, and it was cool. I did learn a lot at like and taking some lessons, and I was older when I did it, so I was about 25.
Okay.
So I did about a year and a half of lessons.
Nice.
And it was because I felt like I had reached a point where it's like, what am I going to show myself? I need somebody to explain or at least guide me to learn new things at this point. It's like, I don't even know where, like, I feel like the sea of information on music is so deep once you start going into it that it's like, where do you go after you learn one thing? It's like, what's next?
Right, exactly. And like when I kind of had the same epiphany at one point. Like I was playing guitar, a lot of guitar, and I learned basically all the songs I wanted to learn. But then I was like, all right, now what? Like, is this the best guitar player I'm ever going to be? And I'm like, well, I don't really know any theory. Let's take 3 months of lessons. And I studied with this guy, Matt Schaefer, I think. He's up in New York now, but he taught me like the circle of fifths, and it was almost like this whole door opened of all this knowledge that I had no idea, and I could go down that hallway for a few years, you know. And yeah, you're right. Once you start learning stuff, you're like, holy shit, there's a lot of stuff I don't know.
It really is. I mean, how do you visualize the guitar, I guess?
How do I visualize it? Well, nowadays, because I am primarily a solo acoustic cover guy, I'm all about the chords and just open chords and what key the songs are in, like what's the first, the fourth, and the fifth chord of that chord scale, stuff like that. Because then if I want to noodle around, I'll know where to put my fingers for the pentatonic scale to like noodle around. That's about the extent of my theory of knowing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm learning triads now because I would like to do the Hendrix type stuff.
Yeah.
Doing all the triads. I wrote a song. It's not released. It's not even recorded, but it's very Hendrixy in its, the C chord is way up here, and then it goes down to an A minor and a G and an F, you know. So I'm loving that stuff for sure.
Yeah, I think triads, like I think I was probably 15, and I had this scale chart in front of me, and it wasn't like the scale, it was a pattern type thing. Like so I knew the pattern already.
Yep.
And then I was like, all right, like I'm just going to make sure I know all of these triads. Like
nice.
I'm like, I know. So I learned every triad. Like that opened up my playing.
I bet it did.
Pretty much immediately. Like,
See, I would love to do that. Right now I don't have the time to dedicate to it, but every now and then, like on a Sunday morning, I'll go to YouTube and I'll just start practicing some triad stuff.
It's cool, you already know them all, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do I?
You know all the open chords, right?
Well, that's true. Yes.
So you know all the triads.
Right. I just don't know where to put them on the fretboard.
It's like shifting it. Intervals, I guess, would be the best. Best way to like visualize triads for you, because you know like the structure and the chord shapes.
Yep.
And then so I guess like
I feel like I'm really close to like getting it,
Yeah.
I just got to work a little bit harder on it.
For sure.
Yep.
That's like everything with this stuff. It's like every day I like play and I'm like, I'm not as good as I was yesterday.
Yep.
And I'm like, how do I get back to how good I was yesterday? Like, what do I need to do? And then it's like this manic thing where I'm like, dude, like, I'm just trying to be the same player I was yesterday. I progressed so much that it's like, what the hell kind of player am I today? So I look back and I'm like, I studied all this week. I did all this type of stuff.
Yep.
All right. Like, what do I do with this information now? It's like move on and move on.
Yeah. Know, dude. Speaking of triads, if anybody if anybody pays attention to the theme song of this podcast, it's a theme song that I wrote, and it's all triads, And I was like, oh, I like the way that sounds. So yeah, just next time you're listening, make a note that's the extent of my triad knowledge.
The cool thing about the triads too is like the is you can kind of visualize all your licks around triads.
I heard that.
And you can connect like through, it helps you kind of see where the chromatic notes are within like everything. So man, triads are really like a real big game changer for like I guess the rhythmic kind of guitar playing and stuff like that.
And then it's just from what I understand, once I learn it, it'll open up the entire fretboard. You'll because all the triads live in like the pentatonic scale or the caged system and all that stuff. So it's all there. You just have to put the work in to learn it.
That's exactly it. Like the whole major scale maps out the neck for you, and it's like within the major scale, you have like everybody talks about these modes and all this stuff, but it's like
modes
it's just
blew my mind. Like modes shut down my brain. I couldn't do it. I was so confused by it.
I think like I studied modes until like I didn't even know what a mode was anymore. That's how like it's like true, right? Like sometimes you can study guitar so much you're like, what even is this? Is this even a real thing anymore? It's like you can start to confuse yourself.
I agree.
I think it's like I've been trying to do this thing where I play where it's like I only try to visualize what I would play if I was like recording it. If I was like, this is the last time I'm ever going to play this song. Like, what would I play?
Right.
So I've been trying to like do this while I'm soloing live, and I'm like thinking, I'm like, what the heck would I do here if I was about to record this on a record? And I'll try to like emulate that in my head and stuff like that. And like, I think triads can really like take you there to those kinds of, like we were saying earlier, where you can see the notes before you hear the notes. Like you can see them on the fretboard, you can hear what you want to play. And then it's like, how do you make that happen?
Then your fingers just go there.
The technical ability is like, I feel like the technical ability is the easy part about guitar, almost. Like,
how so? Explain that for me.
I think like being able to play guitar, like fingers, like people have it for some reason. Like some people just are able to move their hands once they get it, but it's like making it sound right. The way people say it's like you can play all the right notes, but still not play a single right note. It's like they have all this technical ability, or like they have all this stuff, but it's like, what really makes people want to listen to what you're playing? Like, is it the notes? Is it the sounds?
Victor Wooten would say it's all about like the beat and the bass and the rhythm, and because like when you hear a song that let's say you hear a song for the first time, you've never heard the song, whatever it is, you've never heard the song before, and you like it, the first thing you're going to do is start kind of bobbing your head to the beat or tapping your foot to the beat, right? So Victor Wooten, he's like a famous bass player. He's all about just like, I don't care if you play the wrong note, just make it groove. Whatever it is, just make it groove, and people will like it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a definite truth to like the pocket, like of being inside of it. And it's like a horn player, my buddy PJ, and he recorded on one of our songs that a single that's going to be coming out this year. He said you can pretty much play whatever you want as long as you're playing with the rhythm of the melody. Right. And that's like a jazz, like I guess like a jazzer way of looking at it. Maybe probably, not. Don't quote me on, I'm not a self-taught legend, so I love that meme. I think it's hilarious now. But I don't even hate that guy. I'm just like, man, like, have you seen that stuff?
I'm not sure.
Man. So there's this guy in New York who was at like a jazz jam, and like he I guess didn't have a very, very fun time with the jam, and like started getting very pretty mad at the club.
Really?
So now he was like, oh, I'm a self-taught legend, but it's like damn, man, like, you're going to a jazz jam. It's like, you got to expect these dudes. If you're playing with the real players, they're going to tell you, like, dude, like, if you don't got it, you don't got it, man. These guys are not nice. Like,
yeah, for sure. Because they're all about the music.
They're pros.
They don't care about your pride. They're all about the music.
Yeah. My buddy Brad, he said, you went to a place where these guys are making a living off of jazz, and you tried to, like, essentially disrespect them. It's like, how are you going to disrespect the only people making a living playing jazz?
Right.
Like, nobody does that.
No, absolutely.
It's not even a thing anymore. Like,
that's fantastic.
People barely make a living playing music as
it is.
Right? Freaking jazz.
I know.
Impossible.
I know. It's crazy. Crazy. All right. Let's see where we at. So, do you guys play any gigs as Grass Fedz? Have you been around? Like, where do you have places that you play regularly, or anything coming up you want to promote?
Yeah, I mean, I usually play every Sunday at Nucky's, but it's coming up to the slow season. We were just there the past 2 Saturdays playing some acoustic.
Where's Nucky's? Down the shore?
It's in Ventnor.
Ventnor, okay.
There's a movie theater down there that pretty much every Sunday I'm there, and
nice.
We'll start back up around March.
Okay.
But we play at McGettigan's, which is a bar in Galloway. We do Maynard's. We do Robert's Place. I do quite a few golf courses with the band. Like, nice. We'll do like that kind of stuff. Or once we get the original stuff out, we're gonna start doing some like original clubs.
Oh, cool.
But we do play a pretty good bit. Like, playing original music is like one of the coolest things you can do.
Yeah, it's funny. Well,
what made you want to start playing original music more than anything?
It's interesting. I mean, everybody knows me as the cover guy, right? Because that's how, I have a full-time job and all that stuff, but I'm also a single parent with 2 little girls.
Yeah.
So I always try to make more. I always try to make money. I like making money. Yeah. So I play cover gigs every other weekend when I don't have my kids. But I do throw in the occasional original song, when I first started this like music journey 4 years ago, went to my first open mic, I was really happy with the response that I was getting from like my cover songs, and then I would post myself playing cover songs, and those would always get the more reactions than if I tried to post an original song.
Yeah.
So I naturally just kind of leaned into the cover stuff. Recently, though, I want to say maybe within the last year, and I'll give a shout out to Shay Arthur and Michael Songs and Chuck M. They have kind of taken the flag and ran with it as far as trying to create like an original music scene here in this area.
Yeah.
They run something called the OAC, the Original Artist Circuit, at Double Nickel Brewing Company in Pensacola.
I played there once. That place is really sweet.
Okay.
Actually, I really enjoyed that.
Did you play there as part of the OAC? Or?
I played a cover set there, but the sound in there was great, and then the crowd was freaking awesome.
Yeah,
Really cool people there.
So once a month, and I'll give you Shay's information too. Once a month, they do this thing called the Original Artist Circuit. It's been going on for a year now. I think right now it's about the 1-year anniversary, and every month or once a month they have, I think it's 5 or 6 acts. Everybody gets like a 25-30 minute set, and it's all original music, no covers allowed, and you get paid too, so it's a way to network with other original musicians and all that stuff, and it's a way to kind of get yourself out there and all that. So they invited me to be on that. I did that, and then I've been writing a little bit more, and then just recently, I was down in Nashville last week with Leanne. I got to play my first writers round in Nashville. Now Nashville, a lot of it is all original music. If you're trying to get into that scene, and with this podcast, I've interviewed a few people from Nashville. So every time I go down there, which is about once a year, I try to take things a little bit one step further, make some connections, play an open mic, play a writer's round, all that stuff. So I'm really kind of digging into the original stuff now that I've got like a healthy fan base when it comes to my cover stuff. I can start, I'm kind of starting to draw a crowd now at my cover shows.
Nice.
So I can throw in a few more originals and people don't mind it.
That's cool, man. That's great. Yeah, you brought up the Nashville stuff. That was going to be my question. I was going to ask about that.
Cool.
It's pretty sweet that you went down there and everything like that.
Yeah, we went down just for vacation, but I also try to, like I said, try to make more connections and get people on the podcast from Nashville, because I look at this podcast as, yes, I want to shine a light on all the South Jersey musicians and Philly musicians, because I think there's a ton of talent in this area.
It's insane.
And it's a shame that nobody knows who they are. And when I say nobody, I mean anybody outside of this area, So I'd like to shine a spotlight on this area, so these these musicians can get seen and heard, right? So that's what originally started this podcast. I was going to call it the South Jersey Music Scene Podcast, but then I was like, well, let's just call it the Music Scene, because I started inviting people from kind of all over the country. I've interviewed some relatively famous people, and my hope is that with the bigger names, the more established people all over the country who join this podcast, their fans might listen to an episode or two and expose you guys to that fan base who could be in Nashville, California, who knows where, you know? I had a guitar player from Italy on my podcast one time. I had a guy from India on my podcast, another guy from Greece. Like, we're worldwide, and I feel like we're getting, you know, one or two fans into the South Jersey scene from all over the world, and it's great.
There's a lot of stuff around here.
There is.
And it's crazy, man. I mean, like, I've played music in like different areas and different places, and like, I don't know, man. This scene is just weird, because I feel like nobody wants to be a part of each other, but they all kind of do at the same time, because you kind of need each other as musicians. Like,
Yep.
Like, I remember, like, on original music, like, I started playing bars in California when I was still in the Marines. And I was probably about 21, 22 years old. Like, and I would just, like, I played with this band called the Crystal Gift Shop, and we were in the middle of the desert. And, like, what I'm getting at is, like, that's I never met these guys. Like, I was a gun for hire. That's kind of how it is it felt like to me while, like, COVID was going on, like, before COVID, like, if you were going to play stuff, it was like there was more gun for hires. Like, people were like, oh, like, come play. Like, everybody was kind of just looking for people to play. But now it's like everybody, like, during COVID, I feel like everybody, like, went in their houses and learned all this stuff. And it's like they're trying to assimilate back in the music scene. And it's, like, weird. So, like, that's why I think original music is making a huge comeback right now. It has to do with, like, all this music that was written during COVID. People feel like they got, like, distance from themselves. They all came back, and, like, now it's like we're getting to expose what we've been working on, or like, what you've been doing, or like how you feel about all this stuff. Like, that's why I asked about, like, original music. Like, what really got you, like, into it, I guess.
I mean the rock band I was in a long time ago, we were an original band. You know, we only played maybe 4 shows in the 2 years that we were together, because as you know, South Jersey was and still is very much a cover band town. But when I got back, after my 20-year hiatus, I started writing my own stuff. I wrote a song about my dad who had passed away. That song took me about 10 years to write. My very first single that I released, called I Miss You. And when I say 10 years to write, literally, like, I had 3/4 of it done and couldn't get it finished until like 10 years later. And then I was like, all right, well, that's one. I got one song, you know. And then I just started exploring more and more. And a lot of the stuff I wrote in the beginning, I hated. I thought it sounded like crap. You know, you got to write all the bad songs.
I think you're
to
supposed
get the good
to hate
it. Exactly. Yeah.
If you like everything you write, you're probably crazy. Like, you might be a psychopath, you know?
That's very true.
I write stuff all the time, and I'm like, this is terrible. And then I'm like, I'll write something the next day. I'll be like, this is cool. It's like, man, like, even though it's terrible, it's like, I still like it. It's kind of funny, maybe.
I have so many, like, voice memos in my phone. And then I'll go back and listen to it. I'll be like, what the hell was I thinking that day? Like, why did I even bother recording it, you know?
One thing I've been doing lately is I'll just pick a key and I'll just start playing, and then I'll just ramble. Like, I don't even, like, almost like freestyling with rap. But I'm freestyling on guitar, so I don't know what I'm going to play. I'm feeling that out. And then I'm also feeling out these lyrics. So it's like, I guess it's kind of like a mental thing where I'm just, like, trying to see where my brain is lying right now. Like, what do I want to play? Like, because I can play so many genres. I can do, I can do any style almost, like, majority of, like, styles. And that's the hard thing for me sometimes, is like, what do I even want to play right now? Like, where's my headspace?
Right. You don't really sit down and say, all right, I'm going to write a country song, or I'm going to write like a classic rock type song. Like, you just kind of do whatever comes out.
Yeah. Like, I will sit down and, like, I said, I dedicate time to, like, study, and I dedicate time to practice.
Oh, nice.
And I'll do all that. But, like, I also dedicate time to not think at all. Like, just to completely, like, I don't know, go into that whatever world that is that that allows you to come up with things that are different or whatever.
Right.
I think that's like the world that I thrive in the best.
Nice.
Which is funny, but like you say, a song takes you 10 years to write, and it's like I don't know if you ever watched that Bob Marley movie, where he says at the end where he's like writing redemption song.
Okay.
At the end of the movie, his like wife or like whatever comes up and she's like, "Oh, how long have you been writing that?" It's like my whole life, and it's like, how more true could that be? Like there's songs like you say it takes 10 years. It's like, man, like imagine your whole life. Like,
yeah, right.
30, 40 years like writing this song. And you're like, I can't figure out the lyric.
Yep.
My dad always talks about this Tom Petty line that he's like couldn't figure out. Tom Petty was like strumming this thing, and like I guess there's a documentary where it's like, his neighbors were like, he's been strumming the damn song for however long. And it just makes the lyrics like, I don't know. It's like that's how simple it could be.
Right.
He literally made the lyrics his unsureness, which I think is so cool.
Yeah, right.
Like, what's more vulnerable than putting out something that you're not even sure about?
Right.
So like, and I think music, believe it or not, I think it's the more vulnerable you are, the more polarizing, I guess, your stuff is, the more like gravitation you'll get. I think over time, because nobody wants to listen to something that sounds like everything else.
Sure.
Almost,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, I always think about this. I'm like, why are bands still emulating everybody else? Or like,
it's crazy.
It's good to pay your respects, but like, I feel like if I want to listen to a band that sounds like Led Zeppelin, I'm going to go listen to Led Zeppelin. Like, why am I going to listen to?
Yeah. Like no disrespect to Greta Van Fleet. I know they've made a career out of it, but I mean, when they tried to say in an interview that, they didn't know who Led Zeppelin was, I'm like, bullshit. You guys sound exactly like them.
Okay. I like Greta Van Fleet, and I think they rip, but I also understand that point of view completely. Because my buddy, when he showed me Greta Van Fleet for the first time, I remember it was when they put out their first, that first record they put out with like the cover of A Change Is Gonna Come.
Okay.
Which I think is incredible cover. But he shows me this band, and he's like, who do you think this is? I'm like, some kind of weird Led Zeppelin deep cut that you've never like.
Yeah, you thought it was actually them.
He's like, no. I'm like, I almost slapped him. He's like one of my friends that I like to make fun of all the time. I was like, Chase. It's like, I'm gonna slap you, dude. This better be Led Zeppelin. And it wasn't.
That's so funny.
Love you, Chase. But yeah.
I mean, I certainly have respect for them, and I know they're great musicians and all that stuff.
Yeah, man, they're awesome.
But no, I hear what you're saying. Right,
know, man.
Do you listen to your own stuff after it's released?
My music?
Yeah.
When I make it, I have like I definitely listen to it a lot, and it's not. I don't think it's because I'm like, I love my music. It's more of like, I hate this, like. But I still am gonna put it out.
I hate it so much I don't listen to it.
No, I love it. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I love it, but like I'm just there nitpicking, and I'm like,
right.
I'll listen to it until I'm like, okay, there's nothing for me to nitpick.
Okay, well,
I've
that's
already
good.
nitpicked it.
That's good.
And now it's like, okay, it's cool. Like, I try to, how like you don't really hear yourself the same as everybody else.
Oh yeah. The voice in your head is different from the recorded voice. Yeah.
There's a point where I feel like you can break that, and like you can kind of like get through this, like, I've heard my song enough to where it's like I'm not really analyzing my song anymore. I'm just listening to it like an outside person. And I've had like moments of clarity listening to my own music.
That's awesome.
Where I'm like, damn, like I feel like I listened to that like an outsider for a second.
Right.
Or like any music, my bass player Brad said this the other day. He's like, I wish I could listen to music and play music like a kid again.
Yeah.
And that's why, remember earlier I was saying like I schedule time to play where I don't even, I don't think. Like, I just let whatever, I close my eyes, it's dark or something in my room, like I just play. And like whatever happens. Like, that's what I mean, like, where it's like the realness of that, you can't take anybody away from that. Like, that's very personal to me. And like, I put stuff like that on social media where it's like, I'm just playing. So it's like, I think that's why I watch it. Because I'm like, man, I wonder if other people are going to like this. And I'll listen to it and I'll be like, I don't even really know what I listened to. Like, what did I really even post? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even really listen to it that much. Just like, here it goes. Like,
that's funny.
Yeah.
I've had the dilemma a few times where I'm like, why can't I just listen to a song without trying to figure out what the guitar player's doing? You know what I mean? Like, I just want to listen to a song just for the enjoyment of listening to a song, but I have a tendency to listen to like all the different parts and what scales he playing and blah blah blah. You know,
you compartmentalize the track.
Yes,
like a musician.
Yep,
it's a curse.
Sometimes I listen to like spa music because I have no interest in spa music, but like I'll listen to it like when I'm working my full-time job or something. I'll have it on in the background, and that's like enjoyable because lots of times there is no guitar, so I'll just be like, all right, whatever. I'm free from trying to analyze it. You know,
that's like what I said earlier. Like when I was a kid, like I didn't play guitar because I knew anything about it. I just liked noise.
That's cool,
and I feel like that's something that like you lose as you learn about noise. It's like, what is this noise?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said earlier, like you put spa music on because that's like your mind numb. Like I listen to like insanely like heavy shit. Like I love listening to like I like listening to like a lot of stoner metal and like just really underground like punk that people would find incredibly offensive and like nobody's gonna listen to. Like bands like I'm listening to this band right now called Slipper, and like their album is like 12 songs and the album is 13 minutes long. So that's how like aggressive this shit is. You know what I mean? Like
that's all.
But it's just because like it's the only music right now that's really making me feel anything.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I like the, you know, obviously Bob Weir just died, so I'm like super in my feels about it. I have my Dead shirt on right now.
Yeah, man. Like, R.I.P. Bob Weir.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if have you ever seen Dead & Co. or anything?
No,
like that?
No. I'm a huge John Mayer fan, so I'm kind of kicking myself for never seeing them.
Yeah. Have you seen John Mayer solo stuff?
I've seen John Mayer like 8 times, I think. Solo, full band, everything. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, that's sweet. I saw him. I've seen him multiple times too. And I love John Mayer as well. Like I think he aged well in the music. Like I think he's like a great example of like how you should age. Like starts off, everybody hates him because he's, I guess, a dick or whatever. It's
right.
Who cares? You know what I mean? But then it's like he grows up into like this like I feel like more wholesome version of his younger self that like kind of understands it.
Yep.
I like John Mayer. I saw him with Dead & Co. at the Sphere.
Oh, did you really?
Summer. Yeah. So I was sitting at, oh my God, listen, I'm sitting at my buddy's pool and like in his backyard, and it's like a Monday or something. And like I'm like sitting there scrolling Instagram and I see like, oh, like last couple shows at the Sphere, like Dead & Co. I was like, I have to fucking go to this shit. Like I called my girlfriend up. I'm like you're off like the next 3 days, right? We're going to see the Dead Thursday. So I bought plane tickets. I bought the tickets for the show, and I had a free room from Borgata in Vegas from winning a stupid like playing some blackjack or whatever.
Nice.
So I got a stupid free room, go to see the Dead for one night, and then I came home the next day.
That's awesome.
And I think it was like, you know, like earlier I asked you like something like what made you want to play like original music. It's like what made you really want to put your own stuff out there? Because I feel like that's the thing. It's like musicians write. Like if you're a musician, you're gonna write. But it's like what calls you to put it out?
Right.
And it was like going to certain shows like that. That was like boom, like. That is what I want to fucking do. Until I'm dead.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I saw John Mayer that, do you remember when he hurt his finger? And he broke his, or I don't know if he broke it, but they say he slammed his finger loading in his guitars.
Yeah,
which
something
I think
like that.
is super, you know, that's what I mean. John Mayer aged like wine. Dude's still fucking putting his damn guitars in his own
right,
truck,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So he's up there, and I remember, like, it was so, like, I guess surreal, because you know, Jerry like had a bad finger as well.
Oh, did he? I didn't know.
Like he like lost part of his fingers. Same with like it's weird because all the guitar players I love the most.
Tony
like,
Iommi.
Yeah, Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath, Jerry, like they all got messed up hands, and it's like these guys are great. Like but John Mayer like smashed his finger, and like I felt like I was just like, man, like that's why I'm here.
Yeah,
John Mayer's finger's broken. Like that's
was
really,
it like his ring finger? I think so. He was forced to use his pinky instead, or something. I think I saw an interview or something.
Yeah, I think it was his finger, because I remember watching him play, and I was like, I wonder how he's gonna do this, and how he's gonna play like Jerry, like because you almost have to, like because I'm pretty sure it was Jerry's ring finger too.
Oh, really?
Or his middle finger. I can't remember exactly what one, but the way that he did it was, we were talking about triads earlier, and I know he was using these two to like really map out the triads and stuff like that, but you can't like, obviously you're not going to be able to do certain stuff as good with this finger.
Right.
So he was using his pinky a bit, but the problem is he had like a wrap on the finger.
Oh,
so he
right.
still couldn't even use his pinky like he wanted
Yeah.
to.
Oh, right.
So the way he was playing was like this. He was like mapping out the fretboard with this finger and following it, and then he would like do these weird slides and stuff like that.
That's so cool.
And he was doing all kinds of like really crazy stuff that I'm like, man, like I don't know, like this is crazy.
Right.
Like,
and then like the average person in the audience doesn't even know. But then like
blown.
every musician is just like, I can't believe he's doing it.
Yeah, I went home that night or the night after I got home from Vegas, and I was like, I'm gonna try this out. Like, and it's like it's not deathly hard, but like with the thing on your finger.
Sure.
With like a cast or something.
Yeah, or
like,
just try to do it with a slide on.
And doing a 3-hour gig. Like, I did it for 15 minutes. And I was like, oh yeah, whatever, it's cool. But it's like later I'm like, man, that dude did that for 3 hours or whatever. The dead sets are long. And he's not playing like simple music. He's playing Jerry riffs like in his own way.
That's
but
so funny.
I love seeing that.
Yeah.
You said you saw his solo stuff too?
I saw his solo. I went to 2 solo shows, one in Pittsburgh and one in Philly. The one in Philly, I was row 7, which was amazing. And then I saw him with like a full band.
With his trio?
Well, I never saw the trio, although I would really love to get another trio album out of him. That would be amazing.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but I saw like I think I was the Continuum tour. I also saw them way back in the day. Maroon 5 opened for them. It was way back in like 2004 or something like that. Yeah. So I've seen him probably, I don't know, 8-ish, 7 or 8 times, something like that. But yeah, huge fan. But yeah, I would love another John Mayer trio album, another blues album. Oh my God, I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His blues playing is very, very good.
Yeah. I saw the one interview with Eric Clapton after John did like the Crossroads Festival or something like that.
Yeah.
And somebody was interviewing Eric Clapton and asked about John Mayer, and he was like, he's amazing. Like I don't think he even knows how good he is. Yeah. And if Eric Clapton says that about your playing,
That's like the blues. Like I grew up like big on blues. Like, that's all I played was probably blues, like reggae and stuff like that. Like, I think if you're a guitar player, like you need to know the blues. Like,
oh, absolutely. Yep.
I don't think it's possible to not.
It's the ease. I don't want to say easiest, but it's maybe the best way to learn how to express yourself when you're playing.
I think blues is made for guitar. Like, it's for the guitar player. It's the only genre where it's like, besides like metal, I guess, and stuff like that, where it's like an acoustic guitar and a guy's voice can really hold it down. And
absolutely.
That's pretty much with blues, in my opinion.
It also teaches you as a I used to play nothing but like thrash metal when I was in like high school and college. Like, but then when I learned like, oh, let me try to learn some, bluesy type stuff, as a thrash metal guy, you're all about, or at least I was, all about filling space with notes. And then once I learned the blues, it was like, wait, you don't have to play every single second of every single line. And I read it somewhere, maybe it was Muddy Waters or somebody said like, the most important, some of the most important notes are the ones you don't play.
Yeah.
Maybe that was Miles Davis. I can't remember. But a lot
of people said something like that.
Yeah, but when I heard that, I was like, oh God, they're so right. Because as a metalhead, like a thrash guitar player, I used to think like, the blues is easy. Like you're hardly playing any notes. Little did I know that it's a whole different world. Yeah, you're playing less notes, but it's a different world entirely.
Yeah, and it really depends what kind of blues you're doing too. Like I think like playing blues opens up your hands and opens up your mind to it. Like the whole idea of playing notes or playing around the song. It's like playing
finding like your route to somewhere to land at home.
Mixing the different, scales and the different feels of a vibe that you're playing, like going in between like minor and major. And
that's one thing I'm
like,
still struggling with. I'm trying to learn that, and I still struggle with how to change from major to minor and vice versa.
It depends always, but like with blues, you can pretty much always do it. I feel like you can almost play whatever you want. Like I feel, like when I play blues, I'm trying to think about like what I guess what the band would like to hear.
Okay.
But then like I'm I'm also kind of like I'm in between. Like, what key do I want to play in here? Like,
Right,
what do
right.
I want to play major here? Do I want to play minor? Do I want to go down and play like some weird modal stuff over this? Like, because you can.
I think I just don't improvise enough. You know what I mean? A lot of I mean, I improvise a lot at my open mic. I host an open mic every other Sunday at Little East Tavern, and at the end we always end up in some kind of jam. You know, so then I'll
stop by.
Yeah, do it. It'll be great. But I play. I'll try to do some lead guitar stuff on my acoustic, and I always find myself in the same kind of pentatonic shapes, the minor pentatonic scale up and down the neck. You know. And whenever I hit like a wrong note, I'm always like, oh no, stay away from that note. I need to learn to embrace some of those wrong notes and explore a little more.
Great ones. I want, like, what do you hear when you play guitar? Like, what's in your head?
I'm not really sure. I'm not really thinking about like where to go. I guess I'm thinking about like, oh, if I think like, oh, I'm going to go up, you know, like I'm going to rise in tonality. I'm going to go up. And maybe I'll do like a bend because it feels like that's where the bend should be. You know, I've heard some people, I'm not comparing myself, but I've heard some people say like, oh, I hear a little bit of David Gilmour in your playing.
Yeah.
Not that I'm David Gilmour, but I do some bends, a half step bend, a whole step, a 1.5 step bend. I'll try, you know, and or I'll do the bend where you go up like a whole step and then you just reach a little higher, you know, like Gilmour does, you know.
1.5 steps.
Yeah. But it's like it's all part of like I'll do this and then I'll pause and then I'll go up a little bit more to like take people off guard, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really think about it much. I just kind of listen to where should I go? What do I think would sound good here? Oh, let's try this bend or let's try this slide or this little hammer-on run, you know, something.
So you're thinking like, what do I want to play here? Like,
I think so, yeah.
Right,
yeah. Cool. What about you? Are you just blank?
No, I'm in between. Like,
okay.
I'm like, I guess I'll be thinking like I suck. I'll be like, I suck. Like this fucking sucks. So I need to figure this out. And I'll be like, all right, I know what key I'm in and I know some licks and stuff, but like I know a lot of licks, but like I also I completely just like zone out until I hear something in my head that I want to build off of next.
Okay.
So I'll start playing and I'll let that inspire my thoughts. So I'll be playing and I'll just be like kind of not consciously playing for maybe like 3 or 4 seconds of a solo. And then it'll inspire me and I'll start hearing lines built off of that.
Cool. Nice.
So I'll listen to what I want to play before I play it live. Like I'm hearing where I want to go and I'm like deciding not based on notes, but based on the feel of the guitar. Cause like I can tell you what notes I'm playing, but it's like that's like nobody cares.
Right. I don't even know what notes I'm playing.
No,
I don't know. Like if you told me to find a B flat, all the B flats on the fretboard, I could find them, but it would probably take me 5 minutes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I'd be like, all right, well, this is C. Okay, B flat's here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's something that like the triad stuff that we were talking about earlier. It's like that's one thing is like if you can see like. If you can visualize how a triad, like I can look at the chord and I can try to imagine how it's going to sound on that spot.
Oh yeah, I'm not there yet for sure. Yeah,
I think like I don't think you even need to be there. Like I think like I think the coolest way to do it is just to play all the notes and just memorize like how
the
they
sounds,
sound.
how they
like,
sound. Yeah.
That's what I did as pretty young. Like I just memorized how the fretboard sounded.
Okay.
Before I really learned about notes, I guess. Yeah. And I think that's what playing by ear really is all about.
I think I'm getting there when it comes to the pentatonic scale, right? That's the only scale I use when I'm trying to solo.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I'll be like, okay, well, if I slide down 2 frets, it's gonna sound like this. So, and then sometimes I might be wrong. I'll be like, oh shit, wrong note.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you ever like sang out intervals?
No, but I know it's a good thing to do.
I've never
done it. Yeah.
You'd probably love it. 'Cause you like playing by ear and stuff like that. Like. Do you ever get into cat singing? Like the David Gilmour, like Wish You Were Here, like the last solo, is it?
No. Oh yeah. Where he's like, singing along with it.
That's how David Gilmour plays.
Oh, okay.
Like he's because he plays by ear.
Yep.
And I don't know. I think that's like the most in tune you can be with your guitar.
And I know John Mayer's a big advocate of that too.
It's,
you know,
it's the best way. Like in my opinion, like if you can sing, like even try this, like sing what you want to play before you
and then try to play it.
Yeah. And like that's always a challenge.
Yeah,
like,
I got to work on that for sure. Yeah,
like,
and it probably is fun. I've just never done it.
Yeah, it's really fun. It'll also like it'll help you like I guess like just feel out the guitar. Like, because every guitar is different too. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of guitars that I'm like, I'm not going to play that. I can't.
Right.
Like, it doesn't make me feel the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If the guitar doesn't make me feel like a certain way, like I won't be able to really even like play it the same. Dude.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I feel like I can do okay on just about any guitar, unless it's just a trash guitar, you know, like fret buzz and the intonation's way off, you know, stuff like that. But I feel like I feel okay on pretty much any guitar.
Like the sound, it'll be me playing, but it's like I'm not
going to
enjoy it. Like me personally, like I need to like. I don't know. I feel really personal about music. Like I feel like when I'm playing, like I want it to be like, oh man, like this is nice. This is music, man. It's supposed to be pure. It's supposed to be like, you know, just like it's supposed to make you feel good.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Or feel bad or crazy.
Right.
However you want it to make you feel. Like, and I think the guitar has everything to do with that. Like I learned on a freaking, like, obviously my dad had his guitar, but like my first guitar was like a classic Walmart special.
Yeah.
You know, like
my first one was like a Sears special. Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like, I remember the guitar I got, like the Strat that I play, and that probably anybody who's seen me play, like they know like me by like a Strat, like, you know, whatever. But I got that on my 18th birthday, like for my parents like met me halfway.
Oh, nice.
I was like, however much money like
That's
I
awesome.
could bring to the table to get a guitar for my
Was it an American-made Fender?
Yeah, so I ended up getting that on like
That's
the
awesome.
Labor Day sale or whatever. My birthday's in September, so
Love
it's like right around the corner.
Fantastic.
I think like having nice stuff once you get to like whatever level you're at, almost it's just like, if you know how to respect the gear, I think it's more of a, like, how do you take care of the gear? It's like you don't get the nicest stuff right away, but like once you've been playing for 10 years, who cares what your skill level is?
Right,
Go out and get some cool shit.
Yeah,
like, you're gonna have more fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about fun at the end of the day.
Right. I mean, I'm a middle-aged man now, and it's funny because all of my friends who are like the same age musicians, we all have like top friggin' gear, you know?
You should.
The Strat that I bought last year is a Michael Landau signature model, Fender. It's called the Fender Coma. I bought it in Nashville. Cost me over $3,000.
Yeah.
I didn't have $3,000, but I was like, I can't leave Nashville without this guitar.
Something you need to have, man.
Yeah.
Money ain't going to the grave, man.
That's right. You can't take it with you. All right. Anyway, we've been talking forever, man.
Yeah, man.
This is a long one, so I really appreciate it, though. What songs are you going to play for us today?
I don't know.
Okay.
I played a few earlier.
All right.
I'll play something.
All right. Cool. Well, I appreciate you being on the podcast. Thank you very much, Fred.
This is a song called Limbo. It'll be out in 2 days on January 14th. It's on the Dungeon Demos EP. end of your mind. Don't worry, please, let it go. Leave me here in limbo. Stuck in limbo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go. You've got me stuck in limbo.
Yeah, nice. Love it.
Cool, man.
All right.
This is another one coming out on that EP called Melt, and yeah, little tune. Sounds kind of deady, so I figured we'd play it in memory of Bob Weir tonight, you know? Got a new bloom. It's opening up some doorways. Well, I slip into a new mood that makes me feel so proud. Gotta get away. Gotta leave this place. And I wanna melt on the couch. I feel so good, I can't get down. Wanna melt on the couch. I feel so good, I can't get out. I got a new space for when life gets me down, yeah. And I tell you where it was, but you would never cat out. Come with me. See things you've never seen. It's an unreleased song that we just recorded in the studio called She's So Cool. She's so cool. She treats me oh so good. She's so fine, melting away in between the highs and the lows. Well, everyone knows how it goes. 'Cause when you get what you want, get what you ask. Got them other chicks, left them in the past. She gave me her heart, I tried to treat her well. Nothing more to say, surely time will tell. She's so cool. She's so cool. I'm her fool. I'm her fool. She's a treat. Her flavor is oh so sweet. What a dime. The only thing in my bank, getting richer with time. So divine. Baby, baby, it's alright. 'Cause when you get what you want, get what you ask. Got them other chicks, left them in the past. She gave me her heart, I tried to treat her well. Nothing more to it, surely time will tell. She's so cool. She's so cool. I'm her fool. I'm her fool.
Nice. I love it.
Cool, man.
That was great. Awesome
Thank you.
job, brother.
Thank you.
All right, that's a wrap. We are good.